this is Gautam. For the second episode, we are going to look at this novel, The 40 Rules of Love. And this novel is about acceptance, submission, and through several narratives and anecdotes, we get to see the 40 Rules of Love. Ella Rubinstein lives in Northampton. She's married for 20 years and she has 3 children. After being a homemaker for close to 2 decades, she decides to pursue her own career. She lands a job as a literary agent, and the first assignment which she gets is to write a report on a novel, Sweet Blasphemy by Aziz. So this novel is set in 13th century Konya, Turkey, and talks about the spiritual correspondence between Shams of Tabriz and the great poet Rumi and the explorations associated with Sufism. When Ella Rubinstein reads this novel, Sweet Blasphemy, which is again encased in the novel 40 Rules of Love, we see how Ella changes and the decisions which she takes in her own life. Now, this is a novel about love. Love as in not the love between two individuals or even between a person who believes in God with God, but love in general. We see Shams of Tabriz travel across thousands of miles to meet Rumi and then change his life both literally and metaphorically. So when we get to see this meeting, this change which Shams of Tabriz brings in Rumi's life, we get to understand that if you really want to experience love as a wanderer, then the certain principles which you associate with living need to be given away. For example, Tabriz through several experiences and several experiments teaches Rumi that if you want to really bring yourself closer to God, then it's about losing things which are materialistic, not just materialistic, but even losing one's own reputation. Ella is so engaged with the novel, which I believe you also will. After a point of time, she falls in love with the author of the novel, and that sets in a series of incidents, and we see the decisions which are taken by her and the consequences. The so-called 40 Rules of Love are not, portrayed in a particular order, but they are scattered across the book in several incidents. Now, let me come to, I don't want to call it a downside, but something which I felt was inconsistent with the theme of few central characters. Now, let me begin by saying that if you are a wanderer, a dervish who is in search of God, there are a certain set of principles which you follow, and that cannot be followed if you are leading a settled materialistic life. Now, the point is, we get an incident or a crucial point in the novel where Tabriz, who advocates certain principles, simply doesn't follow the principles himself when it comes to a decision making at a crucial juncture, and this leads to trouble not just for him but the people surrounding him, including the woman who marries him. Now, if this was one inconsistency which I found in the novel within the novel, even if you take Ella's life, I believe that I don't want to reveal or don't want to spoil it, but one important event which happens in the novel kind of felt cliche, and I wouldn't say it ruined the ending, but maybe I did not expect the ending to be on the note, or maybe I expected a higher note. I would never say that the novel is perfect, it talks about all the principles of love and all that. I would say that there are flaws, but if you are looking into a novel and you just want to excuse the logical inconsistencies and then delve into emotional and spiritual connections, then this is a novel you should definitely read. That's it for the second episode, The 40 Rules of Love. The third episode will be The Island of Missing Trees. Bye for now.